Hello, everyone. It's 5 o'clock on November 8th, and this is the Laverne Library Board meeting. We'll call this meeting to order. And we do have a quorum. And the first item of business is to approve the minutes from the September 13th, 2021 meeting. Have a motion to approve those meetings?
Motion approved.
Second?
I'll second. I read them.
All right. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, meeting minutes are approved. Next order of business, we need to turn this over to you, Donna?
Yes.
You ready for, okay. You can go ahead and take it away.
All right, I'm going to give this packet very
Oh,
quickly.
sure.
Thanks so much, Ms. Donna. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. The first order of business, I wanted to talk a little bit about October. If you will look at the next page after the minutes, you have the October Boma report. I think that's the best way to get the numbers to you and to let you know what I have talked to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen about, because we do meet every other month. I will start trying to put like September and October. I just have October right now, but I'll try to get those months in there so you can kind of see some of our statistics. Our attendance in October was 2,082, circulation 2,604. We issued 56 new patron cards, and we had computer uses of 766. Those numbers are quite significantly lower than we were used to before COVID, but we are building back up. I'm really excited about our patron cards. That shows that people are still coming in, still wanting to become a member of the Laverne Public Library, and we truly welcome that. From November 1st through November 30th, we have a beautiful display in our library. Would love for you all to have an opportunity to come by to see. It's called Honoring Our Veterans, and this display was presented by Stones River Chapter DAR. And in the display are members of their family who were veterans. And it's just a very nice tribute to our veterans. Monday, November the 8th, we are here. We're glad to be here. I'm going to talk a little more about the holiday reading program a little further down, and I will talk about our closing days a little bit further down. Also in October, our take and make crafts were continued to be available for our patrons. We are continuing that through December. Our goal is to start story times and reading programs and our adult programs in January. We are hoping to have in-person story times. We will continue to practice safety, but we feel like it's time. Our patrons are ready to get back. So we are excited to get that started. I do want to say thank you so much to Jerry Davenport. He has been so diligent about coming over to record story times for us twice a month. He records 3 story times each time he comes over. The books and babies are called Little Treasures, our Once Upon a Story Time for preschools, and then our homeschool story time by Miss Janice. And then those are put on Channel 3 and also on YouTube. And we have received a lot of great feedback from our patrons about that. Really excited. So it's appreciated that Jerry takes the time to come over and do this for us. We had over 3,000 participants stop by our library tent at Goblins and Goodies. It was a busy day. It was the busiest 2 hours that I've seen in a long time, but very, very welcome. We're so excited to have all the children and the families. And that's one observation that Lorna and I both saw. it wasn't just children and one family member. There were moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and cousins. I mean, the family was ready to get out and to have a good time. And it was a very festive occasion. Any questions about October? Yes, ma'am.
Speaking about the recording, will that continue on whenever we go to January in-person story times? Will we try and continue to do the recordings and put those out there?
We'll see. I think it would be a great idea. I'll talk with Jerry and see what he thinks. In the past, there have been times that he would record a story time. Of course, those are on different days. And so he may record that live story time for us. And of course, it wouldn't go live, but he could record it while our storytellers are doing the story times. So I'll talk with him and see what he thinks.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, want me to just keep moving on?
Keep going.
Okay, upcoming events, holiday reading program. If you will pick up your next paper that I have, this very colorful paper. We are starting a holiday reading program. Our adults and children alike have enjoyed these. And we thought even with starting back with story times, this is just a great way for our patrons to participate and to have an opportunity to win some cool prizes and just get really excited about reading and checking out items. So as you can see, from November 15th through February 19th, 2022, people can come in, patrons, and check out items, DVDs, audios, books, and they will receive an entry. The handout that I gave you is more detailed. One orange entry will be given for each item checked out from the children's library, and one yellow entry for each item from the main library. We like to do that to kind of keep an idea of where our books are being checked out. Of course, we can go in and pull statistics, but this is just a fun way. And I think we plan on trying to display all the entries afterward, after the program, just to show the impact that these programs have made. Then we'll have drawings. We'll have a drawing date on December the 14th, January the 18th, February the 22nd. We will draw for 2 orange entries and 2 yellow entries, and all 4 of those will receive a $25 Laverne Walmart gift card. Then there's going to be some fun in between drawings too. Who knows, we may draw for a turkey breast, a frozen turkey breast in February, good grief, November. No telling what we're going to draw for, just in between, but those are our main drawings. Any questions on that? I know several of you have participated in this in the past. We've had a lot of different reading programs. This is one of our longest, from November, December, January, February. So we are looking to have a lot of entries and a lot of interest. We really want to get our circulation numbers up. I'm not a big numbers person, but numbers do, in the long run, it's important. We've got to get our patrons in. We need to get that circulation up, and we are excited about this program.
Yeah.
Our next exciting program, an afternoon visit with Santa Claus. Now, I think you can remember back to last year, we had a cruise by Santa. Santa and Mrs. Claus were in a giant inflatable snow globe, and we had them sitting on the side of the library.
Yeah.
Cars would pull in, receive a little treat from the pavilion, pull on down, and there would be Santa and Mrs. Claus waving. They could get out, the children could stand in front of the snow globe very safely and have a picture made. Then they would move on down to the next tent where they received cookie and a drink to go. So it was a lot of fun. In the past, we've done Magic with Santa, where we would have a magician come in, Bruce Amato, and he would do a magic show. And then he would magically make Santa appear, and the children could come out and visit with Santa, and parents could take photos. Well, this year, we're going to have Santa and Mrs. Claus at the library. It's going to be an afternoon visit with Santa. Saturday, December the 18th from 2 to 4. Your children and you, or the grandmother, grandfather, can bring the children. We're going to be in the gallery so that we can spread out. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be by our big tree at the very end. And Santa has a sleigh that is big enough for the children to sit in the sleigh. So Santa will be standing behind the sleigh and the children can sit in the sleigh. That way we have a little bit of distance, but they still get to visit with Santa and tell him their wishes. And so we're really excited about that. And then after visiting with Santa, the children will receive a special treat from the children's department, and then they're going to get a cookie and a drink to go. So we won't be having group gatherings for this, but we will be able to let the families enjoy. And this is always a really fun, exciting time. Okay, any questions about those two programs? Okay.
Let's go. Next is the closing dates for November and December.
Yes. So I wanted to put down our closing dates for you all and to explain a little bit about why we are having a regular day off here. So in November, the city gives us 2 holidays for Thanksgiving. We have Thursday and Friday off for our regular Thanksgiving holiday in order to give our staff members who work on Saturday also that longer weekend to go visit family. We all use the 27th, that Saturday, as our regular day off. Then in December, the same thing. Holiday will be the 23rd and the 24th, which will be considered our Christmas holidays. Then December the 25th, Saturday, would be considered our regular day off. We'll be closed to the public December 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. The staff will be working at this time. We'll be doing some extra cleaning, extra straightening of books, things of this sort, any maintenance that we may need to do after our painting of the building. I apologize. My dad always told me that if he tied my hands behind my back, I would not be able to talk. So I'm going to try very hard not to be slinging my hands. So the public, we will be closed to the public, but the staff will work on those days. Then December 31st is the city holiday for New Year's Day. January 1st, which is a Saturday, will be a regular day off for our staff. And then we will resume regular operating hours on Monday, January 3rd.
Sounds about right for every Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yes, it's right around the corner.
Yep. Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments on any of that? All right.
And before we move on, Glenn, there's one thing I did not put on the agenda.
Sure.
And that is the library policy packet that I gave each of you. I know we've been talking about revising it. I've been promising to bring this. I have given you all the copy that we currently have, which is 2013. So it's time to revise, very much so. I have started a revision on my computer. This is the original policy of 2013. I would like for, if you have an opportunity, to go through and look at it. If you will make a few notes, I know there's a lot of things that need to be updated and revised. There's some things that we no longer do. There's some things that we currently do. And there's some things that I would love to have your opinion on, such as children in the library, the age that they come in. Another thing I would like for you all to think about is the price that we charge for a library card replacement. And there's just a few other things. As I think of them, I'll try to email that out to you or as I go through. But I just think that we need to get up to date, which I know we do, on our policies. And I would love for this to be board approved and that we're all on the same page.
Absolutely.
So any questions about that?
All right, the next library board meeting will be Monday, January 10th, 2022. And I guess we'll go around with comments. Let's go.
I don't have any comments. I just want to encourage the parents to encourage your kids to read 15 minutes a day.
Great.
Gary?
I'm just happy to be here.
Happy to see you.
And I'm happy to see that you guys are carrying on and serving the community in the way that you do. So thank you.
Kamisha?
I do not have any comments today.
All right. Alderman Waldron?
Maybe an update on the kiosk. I know everybody has been excited about that, and maybe give us a little update on that.
Sure. The kiosk is being used quite frequently, I would say on a daily basis. We've never had a line, but the people who have come in have been able to do what they need to do. We've had renewals, we've had changes of address. We've had people who've changed their address on their ID, and so it's going really well. The tech department through the Department of Homeland and Security has been amazing. Anytime that we've had any problems, I just have to call them. They remote in and take care of it. So, and there has not been a lot of issues lately, but we're so glad to have it there. It's a great asset to the library and to our community.
No, it's been exciting to have it down there, and I think
Yes.
it's well deserved to give the citizens a key to renew their driver's license. And they can also they can renew the driver's license, and what all functions can they do down there?
They can also renew their hunting license. And I don't have my list in front of me, but there are several things that they can do. The one thing they cannot do is get a real ID, the star, because they do need to go to the station with their documents to verify who they are. And I apologize for not having the list of what all it does. I know you can change your address for voter's registration. And you can also register to vote on the machine.
You talked earlier about talking with your hands. In history, the best communicators talked with their voice and their hands.
Oh,
Oh, you're doing a good job.
well, thank you.
All right. On the kiosk, have you had any trouble with supplies or anything from them? Are they keeping you replenished with the supplies you need?
Right. The one thing that we are assigned to do is to change the receipt roll.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been given a key that I keep in my office, and there's 3 of us in the library that when the paper gets low, we're able to change the paper roll. And so far, it's done really well. They started us with a really nice big roll of receipt paper.
Okay.
And then there's like 4 rolls underneath in the cabinet of the kiosk.
Okay.
So we're good on that.
I love the idea of showing your contest entries. I think that's going to be a good, to show all the patrons how many people participate. And I like the plan on the visit with Santa too. That sounds like that'll be
Great.
easy for them to, everyone to get through. And I would just encourage everybody to look through this policy manual and mark it up as you see fit. And if you know policies at other libraries, or
Right.
even call other libraries and ask them, you know, what they do for certain things, so we can help Donna get this up to the current year and get the policies updated properly. So, anybody else have anything?
One more thing that I would like for you to look at is our mission statement. I think we're a little bit dated on our mission statement. It's
Okay.
hard to put in there what we're all about in just a very small paragraph. But take a look at it. I've been perusing other libraries and trying to see how they word their mission statement. But I
Okay.
would love for us to have just a really strong statement to get out there.
That's a good idea. All right, and nothing else, we'll call this meeting adjourned.